Scott brought his 3500 Freightliner over, along with a completely sealed copy of the AP200, so we'll be showing him and you guys how to set it up. And he's also purchased the Florida Van Man recommended tool, the Untitled AP200. And today, Scott is going to show you how to unbox and set up the device. Because we've got a lot of questions on how to set this up and which modules to get and etc. So we're going to show you how to do all that. And we're using an iPhone in this video. Process should be similar for Android. I'll let you start unboxing it then. Alright, so this is the magical little dongle that connects into the OBD2 port on our vans and then communicates via Bluetooth to our phones. On your quick start guide, you're going to scan this barcode here, and this will take you to the App Store to download the first app. For iOS, there are two apps involved. The Maxi AP200 is the first app you want to get. Alright, so Scott's got the app downloaded now. He's going to open it. And then he's going to have to register and make an account with Autel. So he's going to do that real quick. But once you get to the registration page and you enter your email, you want to tap the verification code button there. And that will send a verification code to the email address you've entered, which you'll have to enter in there. You have to be quick, so get your password thought of and entered first before you enter the verification code. Just a pro tip. Okay, so Scott's going to log in. Awesome. So now it's asking you for this VCI serial number, but you can actually scan it. So if you hit the scan button and flip the device over to the QR code, there you go. Alright, so you scan the QR code and it automatically enters. Once you've done that, you've bound the AP200 to your account, which means now you get to download your one free module. So to download your one free module, you want to go to Diagnostics, and then you want to hit the plus. The other two here, Demo and EOBD, aren't really going to help you for the Sprinter. This is where, if you'd like to diagnose another vehicle besides a Sprinter, your selection here will differ. However, most of the steps after and before will be the same. You can see any one of these right now say claim for free, but there's one specific that we want for our Sprinters. No matter what year Sprinter you have, you want to find Benz Sprinter. Doesn't matter what type of Sprinter you have, it doesn't matter if it's Dodge, Freightliner, Mercedes, you want Benz Sprinter. Because at the end of the day, every Sprinter is, after all, a Benz. Yeah, now you can tap get now that you've claimed it for free, and it'll begin the download of this module. Cool.
Only 800 megabyte.
So our Benz Sprinter module here is finished downloading. It's now installing. So now that our Benz Sprinter software says finish, we're going to go ahead and take the actual AP200 and plug it into the van now. Scott's going to show you where to plug it in. It is that port right there that the harness is blocking.
Oh, is it? Oh, right here?
Yes.
There we go.
We've got a light. Yep.
Green light.
Green light. Okay, that means we have power. So the next step is going to be to connect to it via Bluetooth. And you should be looking for, yep, that one, AP something something something. It'll be different. You can hit allow. It'll just take you back to the app. Okay. You might have a couple of firmware updates to do. Luckily, they're quick. All right, now that we've been through two firmware updates, and we're ready to finally install the Benz Sprinter app, which is needed for this on iOS, unfortunately. But this is a much smaller app. This shouldn't take anywhere near as long to download. All right, so now we're ready to open. And we're gonna be able to select Benz Sprinter again, because that's what we want to diagnose. You're gonna go to manual selection, Sprinter. Actually, the reading VIN stage is where I like to put the key on.
Just the dash lights on?
Yeah, key on.
That's not annoying.
It goes away. First of all, for NCV3s, the top one is what you'd select, but for T1Ms, you want to select the second option there, and then USA, Canada, OBD2, and then control unit. And now you've got a few different options here. The important ones at the very top, engine control module, this is what will light the engine code. EGS, this is your transmission control module. Your ABS and electronic stability program. I think in order to properly view codes for these, you'd want to look at ESP. You also have access to the airbag module if you ever have an SRS light come on. Don't really need to get into the instrument cluster too much, but you can. You've also got heating control too, if you need to diagnose like what your temperature knobs are reading at or if the AC is coming on and off. And you've also got options for auxiliary heater if you had those modules. Oh, and central locking system too, which is another useful module. But just for this example, I'm gonna have you go back up to the top and select engine control module. Alright, so now that you're into the ECU, you've got a few different options. You can get the information of the ECU. This will just give you a version number. You've also got read codes, erase codes, and live data. So we'll start by reading the codes. Hey, that's a good sign. No fault codes detected. Erase codes you would use to erase if you had any. And live data, it's actually going to give you categories of sensors to look at. So the very first option is just all the sensors, and everything else is a set of sensors related to, say, for the third option, this would be everything related to the EGR. And then this is everything related to turbo control. You've got some fuel injection values. Usually most of the time if I want to look at live data, I'll just go up to the very top and look at the sensor overview. Cool. Got some live data here. Everything's looking pretty normal. Now what I do want to point out is that there are 3 values that'll always be red. Boost pressure, rail pressure, and the air mass will always be red. And the only reason for that is because they are ranged values without a range set up for them. So that's the only reason they're going to be red all the time.
One of our most common uses for the AP200 is actually checking the transmission oil temperature. And we'll show you how to do that with the AP200. Connect your AP200 and wait for the green light to turn blue to indicate it is connected to your cell phone. Hit allow when asked if you'd like to communicate. Once you're in the app, open Diagnostics and then choose Benz Sprinter. Select Manual Selection, Sprinter, and turn the key on once you've started reading the VIN. Once your VIN has been read, select the second option, USA Canada, OBD2, Control Unit, and then select EGS, Electronic Transmission Control. Once you're in, select Live Data, then select the gears, starter, lockout, actual values, and you'll see the transmission oil temperature when in reverse or drive. And that's the temperature value that we use when we're checking the transmission fluid level on our T1N Sprinters.
If you like our content here at Florida Van Man, you can support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, and ringing the notification bell so that you get a notification every time we post a new video. In the description box of all of our videos, we also have links to our favorite products, as well as links so that you can get your very own Florida Van Man merch. Your support keeps our vans rolling.